Haha, I gotcha.
Yeah, he did.
Welcome back to Blink and Fluid TV, where we bring you all the most exciting, latest and greatest goodness in all things automotive right here in one place. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that bell, because your mom wants you to, and the girl right there also wants you to. So take a few seconds right now, if you haven't done it already. Our sponsor for today's episode, make sure you look up Brakes Only Mobile Service. They do brakes on pretty much every car, truck, SUV you could possibly imagine in a matter of minutes, and they come to you. So if you need brakes done in your car and you want to save a few bucks, Brakes Only Mobile Service, definitely look them up. Hundreds of 5-star reviews. You really could not find better service anywhere.
Some highlights of the 2020 Gladiator, brand new for this year. All right, so we have our lightweight tailgate. Go ahead and check out the lightweight of the tailgate. I call it the nail tailgate because women can open it up without cracking their fingernails.
Yeah.
You have your optional spray liner bed. Of course, you have your power source, LED lights for better efficiency. Now you see these cords right here? You have the wonderful option, if you have plywood or what have you, to just stick, you can remove this or put this back right like that.
Yep.
And you can actually drive in this position up to a certain amount of weight. Like I said, if you have plywood or like in this area skis, that works perfectly.
Love to ski.
This optional tonneau cover right here.
Okay.
This actually is a panel, so you can actually fold it in 3 parts. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close that. Yeah, this is like a little latch.
Yep.
And then you can fold that.
Cool.
Love it.
Alrighty.
Now, does it come stock with the tonneau cover or no?
That is optional.
Awesome.
Okay, I think it's like 5. You got this, yeah, that's to protect, you know, your sensors for blind spot monitoring and whatnot. Now, this is called our Freedom Panel, the top, okay? So, it actually, you have the option of getting the cover to slide those in and then slide those right in your 5-foot bed.
I like that.
To protect those. And as you know, a Jeep is great with customization, so you guys, because all the doors are the same size.
Yep.
So you can switch them out and whatnot. You can actually add stock. Regardless of the trim level of your Jeep, if you want to add snorkels to it, or if you want to add the trail lights, what have you, you can do so.
So the same accessories for this.
Same accessories, and yep, we're partnered with Mopar, so you don't have to worry about any issues with warranty.
Love that.
Warranty and whatnot.
Yep.
So another thing great thing about this Gladiator. So one of the things that people who have Jeeps always like, oh, Jeep doesn't have enough storage space. Well, with the new Gladiator, okay, just real easy. Just lift up this back seat right here. You have a storage box, so it goes from this length all the way to the end. You can either, go ahead and I'll step out the way. And then if you were on the other side, you can lift up the seats, and you can take out that whole storage box. So if you are going camping or whatnot, you can take that out, or any other outdoor.
Store some things in it.
Exactly, and it's lockable storage as well. And then you see we have another thing right here. That is for your you just pop this open. There's all for your fasteners when you want to do like your doors and
Okay.
to have open air freedom.
Yep.
Which is what true Jeep lovers love.
Absolutely.
And then on the other side, behind the seat, we go ahead and take a walk. We'll check that out real quick. So this is great if you're camping or off-roading, okay? And you guys want to have some tunes. So right here, you have your speaker, and you can also charge your phone. This little bad boy right here.
Wow.
So as you can see, so that's for your volume, power, that's the pause and play. And then here is where you would put a little close up right here. So there's all your different ports for your USB if you want to charge, your aux, speakers, all that good stuff.
Love it.
Yep, portable, yep, all that good stuff, okay? And it's water resistant. That's another thing too that's great about this vehicle, is the fact that the materials make it where, because water resistance, if you're off-roading, you're doing like water fording. There we go.
rugged design.
It's rugged, hose it down, wipe it down.
Yep.
If you look in the back, all of our power sources, because you have 115 volt and 2 USBs, USB-C and regular USB, it's all covered.
Looks like there's decent legroom back here.
It is. Yeah, you hop in and jump in the back and see real quick.
Oh yeah. I'm a short guy, but I've got 4 or 6 inches there, so even a taller person could still fit in pretty good.
And you got the rubber
Like
mats to rinse that off. So I'm just gonna have you slide down because I always like everyone to be part of the conversation for the drive. Oh, you know, actually, let's do a quick walk in the front real quick, and then we'll begin our fun drive.
Are you gonna go in here, or are you gonna go to that side?
We're gonna go to the front. So,
Okay.
real quick, pop quiz. Look and tell me, what do these 7 slots represent?
Ooh. What do these 7 slots represent?
Yes, the keystone slots.
Great
So
question.
Jeep was the first vehicle to go to all 7 continents.
Oh,
So that's the iconic
that's really cool.
little symbol right there. And then you have your LED lights, which we all know is more energy efficient.
Okay.
And then you have these fasteners.
Yep.
So the old school Jeeps, after time, the hood would rattle. So now it's more seamless, so it lasts over time. And then you have, of course, your active shutters for better intake for the vehicle, less heat. This is actually also functional too, less pressure to the engine. And this is also trail rated.
What does that mean for people who don't know?
So that just means your Jeep is official for off-roading. It's not, so yeah, so that's official for off-roading, and you know that has all the capabilities for that true full off-roading experience. Can you roll down my window, please? Haha, I gotcha.
Yeah, he did.
So why do you think they're in the
I
middle?
noticed that when I first got in here, is a lot of the buttons are right
so
here.
why do you think it's in the middle?
I don't know the
When
answer
you remove
to
the
that.
doors.
Oh, absolutely. You're right.
So
100%.
whenever you're ready.
Okay.
So all of our Chryslers are push to start, keyless entry, with the exception of the Abarth. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna turn right over here.
Oh, you got a touch screen up here.
Yes, touch screen. You have all in this. Okay, so there's 3 trim models that's available with the Gladiator. This one is Overland. This is the mid trim level for the Gladiator.
Can you tell us some of the differences?
Oh,
in the
I'm
trim
going to
models?
tell
Okay,
you, and
sorry about that.
also as a buyer, which one would be the best fit for you. So the Sport, you're going to turn right over here. So you'll turn, and then at the light, we're going to make a right. Oh, see, this person has a little fun doodah accessory.
Yep.
Oh, they also have a, I like their
Snorkel.
snorkel on there. It's
Yep.
got the little,
It's different.
oh
isn't it?
yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Very
I
cool.
don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't think I've seen that particular one either.
Uh-uh.
And also too, you know, you can also drop the windshield as well. Many people
Oh.
aren't aware that you can do that. I know it's not legal in all states, but yes, so you can definitely do that. And removing of the Freedom panel is very easy as well, and you have the option of soft top or hard top. So it's just a matter of, you want to start with the driver's side first. I'll let this guy here. And then I'll talk a little bit more about it when we get closer to the light. We're going to be going straight past the light.
Now, how's the wind proofing when you're driving on highway with all these detachable up here? How is
the
the
seal
wind?
is very it's very tight.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to really
Right.
demonstrate that, but I feel, especially with the harder top, it is a very good quality.
Good.
So to remove the Freedom top, you would just start off with this,
Okay.
that, the back, and then you do the passenger side. And then I'm told when you're putting it back, you do the opposite. Start with the passenger side on forward.
Gotcha.
And again, water resistant materials like the speakers, again, off-roading, you know, able to, you know, protect the vehicle. Quality materials,
This
soft touch leather
What about
throughout.
these seats? Can you tell me about these seats? Just some type of leather here?
So this is leather.
Got a stitching on it.
Yep, the stitching throughout. That's just like a high-end touch to, you know, bring a little bit more
Yeah, I like
to
it.
trim levels. So that would you'd find in your upper trim levels, also the Rubicon as well. So back to the 3 trims, and I'm just gonna roll up the window.
Okay.
Okay. So not this light, but the second light will be making a right. So the Sport is the base model. So Jeeps come standard as a manual. So the Sport is your base trim level. That's also the one where you have the highest towing capacity of 7,100 pounds. Okay, and then that is one price base. Also, if you're really into towing, that would be the best option for you. Okay.
What about Payload?
And then the Payload, that's an excellent question. I will look up that for you guys momentarily.
Okay.
And then the Overland, which is this one, it's going to be 6,000 pounds.
Okay.
And the reason why this one is a little bit less versus the Sport, it's heavier than the Sport. So you'd get the Overland if you're really interested, and then at the light we're going to make a right. You're more into having all the latest technologies like your adaptive cruise control, all the latest safety and convenience features. And then the Rubicon is for like the ultimate, I'm going to make it right here, the ultimate off-roader.
Right.
So you're going to have the disconnect, which we have is what's called the sway bar, and that would be in that spot right there.
Okay.
All right, and then there's other couple of different features. And then that one, you have the towing capacity of 7,000 pounds. And that one has a little bit of a different suspension. So that one, that's the reason why that one is a little bit higher towing than the Overland.
Gotcha.
Different suspension.
It's not bad towing capacity.
Exactly. So difference between this and a Wrangler, this has a longer wheelbase. So I don't know if you're familiar with driving a Wrangler, so it's gonna have a little bit of a slightly different, drive feel. But those are some of the difference. So the Gladiator is the ultimate vehicle for someone that wants the best of both worlds.
Right.
You want the fun, capabilities of a Jeep for off-roading, and then we're gonna make a right at the stop sign, but stay towards the left, and then turn right to the convention center.
Do you know the length of the Gladiator?
I will look that up as well. These are very, very good questions.
Obviously, longer than a Rubicon, though,
Yes.
than a Wrangler.
And then you have the standard 5-foot bed, and of course you'd get this if you want to have the storage in the cargo space. Okay, and then I'm going to look up. Well, now you want to know the payload, and then
Wheelbase.
The length.
The length. Okay.
Well, that's interesting. We reviewed this. We saw a lot of these out at SEMA when we were there in November, and saw all sorts of accessories that you can put on this. Obviously, Mopar has an extensive list of accessories,
yes, they do.
But also, you've got manufacturers all over. Even we interviewed people from South Africa that make some cool things for this. So yeah, you can buy all sorts of accessories for this. Trick it out the way you want it. For off-road capabilities.
So we have the trailer weight, 7,650 pounds.
Okay, that's not bad. You see Payload on there?
You get to Lisa or Paul. What is the payload on the Gladiator?
While we're waiting for that,
Repeat, please.
It's got the auto stop.
Copy that. So the payload is 1,600 pounds.
Okay.
And then you had a final question. Or I'm not final question, but another question. You asked about the payload.
I forgot my other question.
1,600
Oh, the length. What's the length?
Oh, the
of
length.
this?
Okay.
How does that compare to a Wrangler?
Okay, so the wheelbase is 137.3.
Okay.
Okay. And then you went over versus a Wrangler.
I guess the bed length is really what's most important.
Well, the
You
bed
answered
length
that
is a
question
5 foot.
already.
It's
5 foot.
yeah,
so.
5 foot. So just add the 5. Yeah.
So how does it feel though, Brian? Like truck wise? I mean, obviously I'm used to.
I've driven other Jeeps, and to be honest, I didn't really like a couple of them. The what's the really small one that they used to have? I can't remember.
The Compass? The Compass is
No, even not the Compass. The one before that. I can't remember what it's called. Right
Liberty.
now. The Liberty. Thank you.
Oh, I actually thought the Liberty was after the Compass, but okay.
I didn't like the way the Liberty drove. The steering felt really tight, but this one feels really good. I do feel like the seats would be a little, to be honest, I think for a long trip, I think the seats would get a little uncomfortable, but and when you're going off-road, you don't really think about those things anyway.
So we're gonna turn, see where that truck is going, and then we're just gonna come back.
But I like the layout here with you got all your buttons here, like you said, you got your buttons to control your windows here, aux, media, and then of course touch screen here. I like all that.
And I do want to point out with the aux, this is for all your extra stock that you add.
Okay.
It's just a touch of a button. So like previous Jeeps, you always have all the wiring and so forth, and now you can just pair. Like for instance, like the snorkel, you could pair the snorkel with the vehicle or the lamps and so forth.
That's great.
And then we're just gonna turn at that opening. Right,
well, that's the nice thing about owning a Jeep though, is you guys have already thought through, you know, what you need to do to accessorize it, make it perfect for your off-road needs. Whereas if you bought a different type of vehicle, you might have to customize it a lot more for those type of things. We just finished driving a Jeep Gladiator, and we had seen one at SEMA. It was great, lots of accessories. We finally had a chance to drive one. It just drove away here. I had a great time. I really liked it. I really did. I've driven other Jeeps and honestly didn't really like the steering feel of them. I like this one. It's really good. It wasn't as stiff. It felt like just a better overall steering experience. You know, you actually connected to the road, connected to the vehicle. I felt more. And I like the capability of a Jeep Gladiator. You know, you have all the Jeep Wrangler capabilities to take an off-road, Rubicon, right? Trail rated, you can go off-road, but now you've got a truck that you can use, put something in the bed. You can still take off the tops, you can still accessorize it like all other Jeeps. Man, I'm really sold on a Jeep Gladiator. I personally was seriously thinking about buying one. Here with the Jeep Gladiator, this is a long time coming. People have been waiting for a Jeep truck, you know, all the capabilities off-road that a Wrangler has, but to be able to have a bed to put stuff in the back, dude, this is really exciting. Okay, so we're here. We've test driven one, we've seen them at SEMA, we've seen how they can be accessorized. Now the one we test drove earlier was the middle trim. For the ultimate off-roader, this is what you want. You want the Rubicon. Now stepping inside this, kind of a little tall for a guy like me. I fit well in here. Seems like it'd be a little tight up here, but I sat in the back earlier in the back and actually had pretty good leg room. You know, I like the layout of this. You know, the lady talked about earlier how you got your buttons here for your windows. That makes sense because these doors are removable. The one we saw at SEMA that we really loved, you can do the tubular doors. Obviously, then you wouldn't have your controls for your windows, things like that. Especially if you know, you can see here where they've already popped the top off. So this is really cool. All the capabilities you love in a Jeep. Take it off-road, take the tops off, enjoy the open air, but it's a truck, right? Put your stuff in the back. I drove this earlier and really had a great time. Like the Jeep, love the Jeep Gladiator. Honestly, if you're looking for a truck, but you want something that goes off-road, has all the capabilities off-road, but you want to put some camping beer in the back or whatever, your cooler with your, you know, your beer, whatever you need, I'm telling you, this is kind of I think it's the way to go.